Alright, let's talk about the entrance and exit for today. For the vehicle management on Hack Central Pro version 1.6, we have the ANPR solution, and also we have the entrance and exit solution, or maybe you can call it parking lot. Alright, no matter for the ANPR solution or the parking lot solution, please, before you do the settings, make sure after you add the cameras, make sure your camera has been linked to the license details. Alright, so for today's demo, I have the 7 series capture unit for entry, and also I have one TCG traffic camera for the exit. So I want to use these 2 cameras demo for you. So step 1, still add the device. Alright, so nothing special, add your device. Alright, if you need to do the configurations like the captures, make sure that you have the very good capture conditions, then please go to the remote configuration and do the settings there. Alright, that's step 1. Step 2, like when mentioned after the device setting, please go to license details and do the configurations. Click add and link your camera to the details. Okay, that's very important, otherwise you will not see any capture units when you do the settings for the parking lot. Alright, so vehicle, if you do not need the entry exit solution, vehicle is good enough, so click the vehicle list and go to the alarm settings event, because we have a link output, so we can use the vehicle list to do the license match or mismatch to link the output open. Alright, so that's how we use ANPR solution to control the barrier. But if you want to use the parking lot solution or entry and exit, so please click the parking lot. And I'm sorry that my Hack Central server is not brand new one, so actually if you log in Hack Central Pro web client for the first time, you will see that we have create a parking lot here. So click parking lot and you will see that add a parking lot and input the name, capacity, and free parking space. The maximum parking duration means that if you have the timeout vehicles, then you will receive alarms. Alright, because when we set the vehicle list, we will set the effective period for the list. So if the vehicle is about to expire, then the date will be displayed on the display screen. Alright, so I will say it's 7. Alright, so this is my Hikvision HQ test parking lot, and then entry, exit. Alright, so this is my entry adding work. For entrance, and linkage device, you will see that we have different solution actually, because in version 1.6 we have video intercom device accessed also, so we can do different solution for you. If you only need capture unit like the cameras solution, then keep the device as none. But let's say if you have you don't have any cameras, you only have the the access control device or maybe the video intercom devices, then you can choose access control device, and then please also make sure that you have chosen the device for barrier control is also access control or video intercom device. Alright, so we have both solution for you, no matter you have capture units or maybe you have the access control device or the video intercom device. Alright, so I will use the capture unit demo for you first. You see that when I click capture unit, you will see that there has 2 cameras listed here. I will use 7A226. So I think maybe some of our customers, they have ever tried this function, but they may not see any 7A26, or they saw all the cameras are calling camera 01, right? So if you have met this kind of problem, like camera 01, all the cameras is camera 01, and you don't know which one is your camera for entrance, please go to logical view, and find your camera and modify the camera name there, okay? Or maybe you can modify the camera name on the device before you add this camera to Hack Central Pro. Alright, so 7A26. And also, I guess maybe some of you have already met this kind of problem. When you choose capture unit, there's nothing displayed there. If you see nothing there, please go back to the control panel and check your license details. Alright, let's go on. I will use the camera to demo for you. And also the device for barrier control is capture unit. That's it. If you have the display screen, click add new, alright? I have already added the display to Hack Central Pro, then that's it. Okay, so that's the capture unit for entrance A. If you have the display, sorry my display has already been offline, but I can show you, there have some configurations there, like free space, plate number, entering time, and expiration prompt. So this is the default, what's here. And also you can choose display mode, still, or scroll left or right, or scroll up and scroll down. Alright, I prefer still for now. And front color is red, green, yellow. So, and alignment, I'm not sure my pronunciation is right or wrong. Align or I think it should be alignment, right? So align left or align center or right, up to you. Alright, so if you think that expiration prompt, I don't want this one, I want welcome. Sorry. I want welcome. Anyway, just input the text you need, okay? Alright, so this is for entrance A, and I want entrance B also. Oh, sorry, not entrance, exit A. Still, I will use capture unit TCG and non-access control device. Alright, for barrier control is also capture unit. Alright, so this is my parking lot, my entrance and exit. I will use capture unit to demo the solution for you. Alright, so that's step 1 and step 2. Vehicle. I need to input, some vehicle list for my some plate numbers for my vehicle list, because I'm going to use capture unit to do the barrier control, right? So I need to have vehicles. Alright, still 100 vehicle lists. For each list you can have 5,000 plate numbers, and this is a test list for Hikvision staff. Alright, so click add. You can click it one by one, or maybe you can import them by template. Alright, so I will use one by one for you. So if you need a vehicle list, let's try Hikvision, maybe visitor. Alright, so the color for the list, if you have multiple lists, this one is very easy to find. Maybe for our list color it's green, right? Entry and exit rule is very important. So if you have the staff list, you can choose all day open barrier. So if you're in my list, then the barrier will open automatically. Alright, so for our visitor, by default we only have 2. Sorry, my bad, I think I should introduce the entry and exit rule for you. So let's finish this first. Alright, so all day auto open, or maybe manual way. So I will choose auto open. And parking space control. So parking space control is really useful for some rental solutions. Let's say if your customer, they rent 2 floors of this building. So this building is not our customers, but they only owns 2 floors or 3 floors, and maybe they only have 50 parking spaces. Alright, so they only rent 50 parking spaces. If you enable this parking space control, and maybe they have visitors, of course every company has visitors coming every day. So if their visitors take their parking space, let's say, so today now is 9 o'clock, but we only have 50, but we have some visitors visit also, and the visitor, they also parking their space in our 50s. So if they occupy one, then they will have one less for our staff. Alright, so if your parking spaces, if you run out your parking spaces, then the barrier will not open automatically for you. Okay, so this parking space control is for this function. So after enabled, the system can allow or forbid the vehicles in the list to enter the parking lot according to the number of remaining parking space. Alright, so if you run out the 50 parking spaces, even you're in the staff list, even your plate number is in the list, I'm sorry, because there is no free parking spaces. Okay, so for the rental solutions, it's better to enable this. Okay. Alright, effective period. This is the effective period for your list. Alright, so for me, I want. Alright. Okay, and click add. So this is a batch way, for you to modify the effective period for the plate number. If you enable the effective period for the whole vehicles list, then you cannot modify it one by one. If you need to modify it one by one, disable the list here. Alright, you see here, and then you can modify the effective period for the vehicle plate number one by one. Okay. Alright, so that's step 2, and then plate number. So after we input the plate number, the vehicle tab, and also color or brand, we don't need UVSS, and vehicle owner information, you can just input the name, like Sherry, or you see here, person list, right? Have a guess, why do we have a person list here? Alright, so I think this person list is really good for the building solution. If you have the staff and also you have the visitor, for the staff, I can choose the person, from the person information here. So I will still use Sherry's. Okay, so this is my car, VE XXXX. Alright, and card number. Why do I have card number here? Let's say if you don't have the capture unit, you can use your card to swap the card on the access control device and then go inside. Alright, so card number and save. If you don't have the access control device, then keep it as none. Okay. Alright, so that's how we import the vehicle list and define the rules for the for the vehicle list and also the plate number. So when you try to do the plate number, remember that we can also do the card solution. Even if you don't have the capture cameras, we can also use the card, the access control device, and video intercom device to control the barriers. Alright, so let's take a look about the entry and exit rule. So by default, we have the rules for vehicles in list and also not in the list. So maybe you can set the list for staff and also for the visitors. We have the auto open and the manual open, and also you can customize some rules here. Alright, so rule name, and open barrier for entering is manual, but barrier for existing is automatic. Alright, because for the solution in Hack Central Pro now, we don't have any solution for paying the money. So, alright, so this is my customized vehicle list. Alright, that's the settings for the parking lot. And now, if you need to do some, configurations for the alarm, let's say overstayed or vehicle mismatch, we go to no matter event or alarm, depends on what kind of linkage actions you want. Alright, so click Add, Parking Lot. We have call center, so if you have the video intercom device and you don't have the capture cameras or the visitors coming, then the visitor can call center and call the operators to open the barrier for them. Overstayed, remember the parking maximum duration. I input the value as none, right? So if your car stayed for more than 9 hours, then you can also configure an event called overstayed, or park in forbidden period, or vehicle match or mismatch. Alright, so if I try to get a parking lot, alright, and pop-up window, I only want pop-up window. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's the settings on the web client. And now for operators, let's go to control client. Refresh. And for MPS solution, you can go to monitoring, you can go to monitoring and check the plate number. Alright, let me play a video for you. Sorry guys, I for now I can only use the video to demo for you. So this is for the MPS solution. You see that the plate number will be displayed there. And if you need the parking lot entrance and exit, you see here. Okay, we have a thank you. We have a plate number acknowledge, because I set the alarm. So let me display this first. Alright, if you need to check the running status of the entrance and exit, we go to Alright, we go to the entrance and exit. You see that we have already got some plates have already been allowed. If you want to check the cameras here, you see not allowed because you're not in my list. Not allowed, and K156 NYD is Hikvision staff. Alright, so click details. Alright, vehicle entered. So you're the car in my list, and owner is okay. So Sherry, and parking A, and not opened. Vehicle in list not allowed. Okay, you see why? Because repeated entry. So when your vehicle list, I think that this problem maybe will you may run to this problem, because when you do the testing, your car just you're running the video and your car has the entry picture but doesn't have any exit information. So if Hack Central Pro cannot find the exit information for your car, then the second entry picture will see not allowed, because you see the reason here, repeated entry. Okay, so if you want to use manual way, allow, okay, barrier opened, and you see that the free parking spaces is one less. Alright, and this is for the vehicle records, and also we have the barrier control, and this is how you control the barriers. Okay, so if I click open, then the barrier will keep open for once, but if I click remain unlocked, it will keep remain unlocked for entrance and exit. Alright, and I will show you the information for exit later on. Alright, so when you're trying to search the records for the entrance and exit, please go to vehicle search. And this is for AMPR solution, and this is for the parking lot, entrance and exit. Check it. and I don't want filter conditions. If you want input, I want search Sherry's car's records, then input the name here, but I don't want to. And you can also choose how to open the barrier menu, automatic or allowed or not, and search. Alright, so this is the records for today. And you see that we have some cars. They have stayed for 1 day, 16 hours and 18 minutes. So if you set the overstayed event, you will receive the alarm information here, because I set them as 9 hours, right? So that's the records. And also you can choose export. When you export, you can even choose export picture or not. Okay, and we can check it later. Okay, so, and also on the control panel we have a vehicle analysis. You can check the traffic flow for the entrance and exit. So still entrance, exit, parking A, and generate report. Okay, so we have 3 cars existed, 1 car entered. Alright, let's take a look about the exit. Alright, you see that let me pause first. You see that when there has exit picture has been captured for the K1.6 NKD, you see that this is the car's entry picture. Alright, and also for the AK60WNF. So when the capture unit captures the exit picture, it will do the comparison with the entry picture here. Alright, so that's the entry picture works for the entry side. And also you will check the entering time. It's on the 17th, and the exit time is 9:37. Okay, and the duration is 1 day, 16 hours, 26 minutes. So this is how we demo you the exit picture, when the cars drive out of the parking lot. Alright, and also we have allow here, but now you see that the car has already been allowed, it's automatically. Okay, and also you can check the information here. Alright, so I think the records in the vehicle part. So we have 2 factors which are really important for our technical support guys to check. Sometimes you might some reason, so some problems, you will see that the how to open barrier and allowed or not is really crucial for your troubleshooting way. And also we have some customers, they have already tried the software and they found that why cannot I modify the plate number here? You can, but actually you cannot modify here. It's because that the car has already allowed, has already been allowed, and the barrier has already been opened. That's why you cannot modify or add the plate number here. If the plate number is wrong, of course we can modify that. Okay, but you see that the AK60 has already been allowed. That's why you cannot modify, you cannot perform the function here. Alright, so that's the parking lot, or you can call it entrance walking way on Hack Central. Alright, so that's all for today's parking lot introduction. Thank you guys.